Oh, nice.
Your middle finger is counteracting the spin of the blade, and it's known as the no-spin throw or the two-wave motion. You're creating one wave with your wrist and a second wave with your arm, and you want to let the knife kind of slide out.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah!
Hello, everyone. This is... Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Amitai and I am an American Jew.
What does it mean to be Jewish to you? As you can hear, there's a thunderstorm outside.
So, it's a complex question, and whoever you talk to, you're going to get a different answer. And as a young Jewish American and coming into my Jewish identity as an adult, it's changed many times over the past 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. It started out being, it was a very strong, it started out with a bar mitzvah, which is ritual that young boys go through at 13, where they stand up in front of the congregation and read a portion of the Torah. Girls are able to have it at actually 12, but most opt for 13. And for girls, it's a bat mitzvah. So at that point in time, I was very involved in the Jewish community, and being a Jew wasn't so much about praying or looking for God. It was about how can I help my community, how can I be a responsible Jew. And I've always been a little bit of a support role. That's what I've always wanted in all my life, to support people. Now there's these concepts in Judaism, tikkun olam, and mitzvot, and it's charity, giving of others, good deeds. And I really subscribe to the idea that, give unto others better than you would give unto yourself. And if you give unto yourself quite well, then you can give unto yourself even better. It's hail. Whoa. Holy cow, look at the hail.
It's so cool.
It's not the gutters, it's the roof. It's just a dip in the roof.
Yeah. Oh my god. So there's a cultural element to being Jewish, and then there's a religious element.
I still, I attend all important holidays. Yom Kippur is generally resided as one of the most important. Day of Repentance. And it's interesting because it happens 10 days into the new year. And rather than before the new year starts or marking the start of the new year. So the idea, I think, is, it's 10 days into the new year and you've already screwed up. And so here's your time to forgive yourself, ask for forgiveness for the whole past year. Mm-hmm. And so, but a lot of people, you fast on Yom Kippur. You don't eat or drink any water for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And so it brings people to get really humble, they really feel their pain, and they think about everything you've done wrong. And I don't eat or drink, but I provide a more counseling role in my synagogue. I have people of all ages come to me and we go on walks and we talk about it, because sometimes you can't focus on the service and you just want to, talk about what you've done wrong. And that's what Judaism is for me more. It's providing untrained spiritual counsel. We have Shabbat dinner. We've been doing Shabbat dinner for as long as I've been alive. And every Friday night, it's our Sabbath. We get together, we sing songs, we invite guests. Eat good food. It's a lot of fun. I'm still developing my Jewish identity and trying to figure out what it is. And that, there's a lot of violence in the world about an anti-Semitism, both at home and with Israel. So, you have to kind of say, I'm saying, I support Israel as I love the idea of a Jewish-only state, but a Jewish-only state that is demonizing anyone who isn't Jewish isn't a state that I really want to support. And it's certainly causing hate here and abroad. So it goes both ways, developing your Jewish identity. I think you really have to be careful on what you pick and choose to be a sound and healthy. Jew.
Definitely a big topic. That kind of segues. Today is October 28th. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, yesterday there was a shooting. So an armed gunman went into a synagogue and shot 11 people dead. 6 others were shot and just injured and are still alive. The man was identified and he had been posting a lot of anti-Semitic slogans before, and he specifically targeted the Jewish community in Pittsburgh at the synagogue on Saturday. So it's really kind of crazy that we were going to do an interview yesterday and then we decided to do it today, and it's, yeah, just the fact that, like, we were already going to be talking about being Jewish in America and now this has happened. What have your experiences been with anti-Semitism?
I've been incredibly lucky. I haven't had a lot of anti-Semitism in my life. I had a short stint where I was working security for my synagogue, and there were 6 guys who thought we were the devil incarnate and would come by and yell at us, and they came by and threw rocks at us, and they called the police, and it wasn't that was the most direct anti-Semitism I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
We've had hate speech, graffiti sprayed on our synagogue. We've had bomb threats, but nothing actionable. I had family who were in the concentration camps,
Mm-hmm.
and they survived. And they still have their tattoos. Anti-Semitism here exists a lot more on social media than it does in person.
Mm-hmm.
Portland is very liberal.
Mm-hmm.
You go out of Portland and it becomes much more of a red state. You find a lot more Trump pants, you find a lot more gun rights advocates, a lot more, keep immigrants out. And it'll be, a town of like 2,000 and everyone has the same belief.
Mm-hmm.
And here you have, I don't know Portland's population, but it's a huge melting pot. There's a lot of fascination with Judaism.
Mm-hmm.
We have this saying that says, they tried to kill us, they failed, let's eat. And that's the way most things go. I have normal anxieties that I always have. I'm concerned that I've texted someone one too many times and they're not getting back to me, and it turns out they're working on a school final.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a call back for a job, and I don't know if he's going to call me. I don't wear a kippah yarmulke on my head every day. If I wanted to show I was truly a Jew to the world, that would be a good way to do it. My bedroom door and our house door and our kitchen doorway all have something called a mezuzah, which is a small prayer scroll. It identifies our house. When we walk down the street, take our dog for walks, we look for mezuzot, and you'll see them. You're like, oh, Jew lives there. And you're just happy. I carry a chamsa with me, which is a traveler. It's a hand with an eye in the center and has a traveler's prayer on the back that says, protect me as I travel from everywhere. So I have little things that if someone looked at me, and if they heard my name, Amitai, they say, oh, it's totally a Jew. But I want to be a Jew. I want people to hear the word Jew and say, oh, look at that proud Jew. Look at him.
You fear at all that after hearing about violence against Jewish people in other places, does that make you at all fearful of something happening here?
Oh, no more fearful than I have been. When I go to synagogue, I sit in an area where I can see both exits. When a new person who I don't recognize comes in, I go to the door to greet them. Our synagogue is supposed to be a safe space. It's open to anyone. We'll protect any families who need protection, any immigrants. I think there will be more violence, but I am not afraid of it. Oh, we're rolling. Okay. Hey.
Action!
So, up here we have our wall of family, our genealogy wall. It was constructed by my father, Miles Hochstein. So, wait, where is she these days? She's over here. So, Jana Smith, Jana Smith Hochstein, her family's 10 generations American, and the other side was recent immigrant German.
And so that's your grandma.
That's my grandmother. Paul Hochstein, they immigrated, they were Belarusian Jews who immigrated in the 1800s, I think. And then over here we have my grandmother's family.
And so where are they from?
They're from London.
Okay.
They're all English.
And then this looks like someone from Russia or Poland. So you also have some.
Yeah. So they are where I get my Polish Jew from. And that's my family. So yeah, when we eat dinner, all my ancestors are watching over me. I like it, and I think it's something more people should adopt. You know, it's a personal choice, but at the same time, it's kind of comforting. Like, you look up and you just wonder, like, did they do this? Did they sit around the table and argue? Did they sing songs? It kind of it has a bonding feeling to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing.
Well, it's my pleasure. It's been a wonderful interview. It's been a pleasure knowing you.